Hi, I'm Sherry Kaufman from Empowered Joy, and I'm here with my 10th recording in my Living Authentically series. This is a series that I'm recording as I go through the year in 2019, looking at what it means for me to live my most authentic life. I've been looking at different topics, seeing what it means to bring the truest version of myself forward, both for my own best experience and to represent myself as real to other people as possible. Tonight, I want to talk about belonging. As I was preparing for the recording this evening, I went online and looked up a couple of definitions from online dictionaries, and this is what I found. Belonging, an affinity for a place or situation. To belong, to be a member or a part of, to fit in a specified place or environment, to be rightly placed in a specified position. A sense of belonging comes from close or intimate relationship. I also read a couple of articles online written by psychologists about the importance of feeling like we belong, having a sense of belonging, and what to do to create that feeling for ourselves and the importance of it. And one of the articles that I read said that validation is the language of acceptance. Validation builds a sense of belonging and strengthens relationships. And belonging means acceptance as a member or a part of. So from there, I started thinking about a recent experience that I had about belonging. And then as I was getting ready to record this evening, a memory came back to me from just about 3 years ago. I had been invited to a friend's birthday party, and this was a woman that at that time I didn't know really very well. We've since become quite good friends. And I was so honored to be included in her birthday at that time. It was her 60th birthday, and we had become connected on Facebook. And she had been such an inspiration to me as she was approaching 60, because I was about 6 months behind her. And she was just embracing that so completely and becoming so real with who she was. She let her hair go gray, and she was just fully enjoying moving into that powerful phase for women at that time of life. And the birthday party was in a venue that was pretty large, and there were some people there that I knew, but of course there were a lot of people that I didn't know. But we ate, and people got up and performed for each other. People danced, and it didn't seem to matter to whom I was talking or where I was sitting. Everyone was so loving and open, and the energy was so fabulous. It was exactly the kind of people I would have expected to be connected, to be attracted to this particular person. And I had a really nice time. I had gone by myself, and that was great. And then when I was leaving the party and walking to my car, I suddenly had this overwhelming sense of loss, of emptiness, of complete and utter loneliness. And as I looked at where that might be coming from, I realized that I didn't feel like I belonged in that group. Even though I had interacted in pretty much the same ways other people had, everything had been wonderful, I had this overwhelming sense of not belonging. And like I said, that was not quite 3 years ago now. And things have changed a lot since then. And I had evidence of that a couple of weeks ago when I was driving out to meet a couple of friends at an outdoor concert. I had an equally interesting experience on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. I was driving and thinking about where I was going to park because some things have changed around the pavilion, and thinking about the new people that were going to be there that I hadn't met yet. And all of a sudden had this sense of just feeling so gently powerful, just so confident, but in just kind of a, take it for granted kind of way, just very easy and gentle. And I realized that I felt like I belonged to myself. I had this realization and this sensation of belonging to myself. And I looked at what the change could be, or why would that message, why would that sensation come to me now, and why would that be so different from times before? And to be honest, I don't know that I have an exact answer for anyone. But as I look at these things that I read about belonging, a sense of belonging, the definition of belonging, I realize that I've done a lot of work and a lot of healing over the last 3 years around acceptance, self-acceptance, self-love, validation. And that's the only explanation I have for this. I can say that I'm thrilled to be in this place. And I don't know if this makes sense to any of you that are watching this recording. I would love to hear from you, have any feedback on experiences you've had along these lines. But I can tell you this thing that I know for sure tonight. As I considered what I would be saying in this recording, I realized that once you know with certainty that you belong to yourself, you will feel safe and confident to show up as your truest self. I will never again go anywhere from this moment forward and have that sensation of not belonging, because wherever I go, I will be there. And because I belong to myself, and I know that I do, and I have that assurance and that confidence and that knowing, I will always belong wherever I am. There will be no fear of having to be something that I'm not in order to fit in. And so if you haven't had this experience, I hope that it's in your future soon. And as I said, I don't have a definitive answer for how to get there, other than that, as I look back over the past 3 years, the difference of who I was at that birthday party and who I am now, there's been an amazing amount of shifts around self-love, self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, as I've shared in one of my other videos. And so I hope for this experience for all of you watching this video, if you have not already had it. And like I said, I'd love to hear from anyone who'd be open to sharing. If I can help you in any way to make a shift toward more self-love, moving closer to joy and empowerment in your life, it would be my honor to do that. I'm Sherry Kaufman. You can reach me through my website at empoweredjoy.com or through my email at kaufmansherry@gmail.com. That's COFFMANSHERRY@gmail.com. So thanks for being here this week. I've been led also to share this week that when I make my recording next week, there's a big announcement coming around where I'm going with this material that I've been sharing at this point. So I hope to see you back next week, and thanks for being here. Bye now.